and in which every individual is both student and teacher. As the delightful little Shaker song says. Hi everyone! I've decided to update my channel intro video because as I've progressed along this musical journey over the past year, I can feel that this channel has evolved somewhat, and probably it will continue to do so as time goes on. Of course, if you want to see my previous and first intro video from last year, you can watch it here. So, my name is Amy Shafer, and I am a classical harpist, classical pianist, and music teacher. I have a whole stack of diplomas, so I won't be pedantic and bore you with all the letters behind my name, but basically, I have multiple degrees. In piano performance, in harp performance, in piano teaching, harp teaching, never mind the other certificates in complementary subjects such as rehabilitative exercise modalities, which I studied so that I can help performers recover from injuries as well as optimize their technique. I've been teaching for over 20 years, and it's something that I love to do. I'm deeply passionate about it. I'm the director of piano studies for the Harp School, and I have taught students in Europe, in the Caribbean, and of course, in the US. One of my deeply held beliefs is that high caliber music education should not be only for the elite few. So, I'm constantly looking for ways to make top quality music learning opportunities more accessible, which is one of the motivating factors behind this channel. I've performed in Europe as well as throughout the United States. In addition to my solo work, I've played in orchestras, chamber ensembles, and other collaborative settings. Anyway, basically, I've lived my life immersed in the world of classical music. And until August 2022, I never gave attention to rock music at all. Really, unless it was playing in the background in a store or perhaps in a movie, I never heard or listened to it at all. And I know that sounds strange to most of you, and you might wonder, how on earth can a professional musician not be familiar with such a vast swath of music? Occasionally, someone posts a comment on this channel, something like, "Have you spent your life under a rock?" Well, okay. If I had lived under a rock, probably I'd have heard rock music. Anyway, more seriously, as someone who knows a lot of music, I can tell you that there is so much amazing, incredible music in this world that even someone who lives their entire life immersed in it can still not come close to knowing it all. And if you want to know more of my specific backstory and why rock music in particular was never on my radar, you can check out this video. But the short version is, my field of expertise is classical music. And while classical music has an extensive history of drawing inspiration from many different sources, both popular and traditional, at the same time, it's immense, and quite simply, I never took the time to enter the world of rock music. Of course, that doesn't mean that I'm completely ignorant of all other genres. I'm passingly familiar with jazz and blues, country, various folk traditions from around the world. I have more experience with some, less with others, but I never got into rock music before. All that changed last year. Well, actually, the catalyst for it came a bit earlier when a friend, who is now my husband, asked my opinion about Freddie Mercury's voice. And I replied, "Who is Freddie Mercury?" Dead silence on the other end of the phone for a long minute. It's a hilarious story, and you can find the details of it in the links below, but it was just the nudge I needed to finally start exploring the field. After a lot of discussion and thought, I chose to make it a public journey, which is why on the 3rd of August 2022, I posted my first videos here on this channel. It's been an incredible year of discovery, of learning, and most surprising of all, the formation of a wonderfully positive and supportive music-loving community here at Virgin Rock. And the experience for me has been absolutely delightful. I'm used to being the expert in my professional career. I spend my days teaching others all about the music that I know and love, practicing my instruments for continual mastery of every nuance and technical detail, and sharing the incredible wealth in music through performance. But here on this channel, I am a beginner all over again. Of course, as I gain experience and deepen my understanding of rock music, some might begin to think that the channel's name, Virgin Rock, has perhaps become a misnomer. But even though I chose that name for the reason that I was completely inexperienced with rock music, I still believe that it fits and that it will always fit. Why? Because it's also about attitude and the spirit in which one approaches new things. I think each one of us has some element of the innocent, inexperienced child that we once were, tucked away inside of us somewhere. That innocence, the curiosity and wide-eyed wonder, often has to be hidden away because of the harshness of the world in which we live. But music is one place where it's safe to let that little child resurface, where you can open a door to the place in which you keep your virginity. My vision for this channel is for it to be the place for learning and discovering great music and more about music, all within an open, welcoming, supportive environment without any kind of negative judgment or mockery, and in which every individual is both student and teacher. As the delightful little Shaker song says, "'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free, 'tis a gift to come down where we ought to be, and when we find ourselves in the place just right, 'twill be in the valley of love and delight." I hope that all of us and each one of you will grow in appreciation and understanding of the music that we love. I hope that each new video I post throughout this next year will revive the old experiences when you listened to this music for the first time. Let's continue to make this channel a musical valley of love and delight.